Southwest Florida is a place of sunshine and opportunity. But even here, your financial future won't plan itself. Right now, proactive planning is the difference between simply reacting to the market and confidently building your wealth. I'm Alfie Townsend, your neighbor and a certified financial planner professional. If you're ready to position yourself for the opportunities ahead, whether in retirement planning or market navigation, then Saving the Investor is for you. Coming up on today's show,
how to leave a legacy, retiring with confidence, long-term care alternatives, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
Why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saving the Investor. I am Craig Wolf, alongside, as always, certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie, good morning.
Good morning.
You know, people save money to give their kids a better future, but if you don't have the right strategies and you don't think it out, it can be a nightmare. There are some hurdles to leap. We're going to start out by talking about those this morning.
Well, some of the kids don't really want to inherit their parents' IRA because it has to get paid out now over 10 years. It used to be where it was spread out for, depending on your age, it could be 20, 30, 40 years.
Right. That's a big deal.
It's a big difference. Yeah. So now it's where you have to have it over a 10-year period. No ifs, ands, or buts. So that's one thing. So a lot of times our clients will come in, and if they're needing income and they're not 73 yet, there's nothing wrong taking money out of the IRA to start giving them income, and leave your tax deferred money alone, or leave your your taxable income that's capital gains alone, and start taking it out of your IRA. So there are strategies. One of the other strategies is doing Roth conversions, because if you do a Roth conversion, you pay the taxes now, and we have a program that we deal with that will let you know if it's really a good deal to do a Roth conversion or not, because it's not really good for everybody. Because a Roth conversion, it does bump you up to the higher tax bracket, but we'll look at it to see if it's worth it to do. If it's not in the second or third highest tax bracket, we want to look at that. But there are a lot of planning and some people will say, you know what, I don't need my IRA, so what can we do with it? So sometimes what we'll do is we'll take out chunks of the IRA over a 5 to 7 year period and buy a life insurance policy for their kids. If they're looking for legacy, that would be the best thing, because it's a lump sum, tax-free, and they can do what they want to do. Because if you think about it, the kids right now with inflation, it's hard for them to really get on their feet. It really is. So the parents right now, more than ever, are really concerned about a legacy for their children. And an IRA is not really the best legacy to pass on to your children, because it's 100% tax. So we do some of these Roth conversions, or we're going to do a life insurance that will pass on to them tax-free, and then really the client doesn't have to worry about taking required minimum distributions each and every year after 73.
So in terms, just to sort of sum it up, in terms of actionable advice, what would your counsel be to your clients?
Well, it would be, depending on their tax bracket, depending on their goals, we're gonna work around that IRA to see if we're gonna do a Roth conversion, or we're gonna take it early, or we're gonna deal with it and get a great income from it, and then pass on the remainder to their kids.
All right. Excellent, Alfie. Yeah. Thank you very much. If you don't want your legacy to be a legacy loss, give Alfie a call at the number on your screen. Much more to come this morning on Saving the Investor.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
If you've saved $500,000 or more in your IRA, maybe even $1 million or more, the next steps you take are critical. You need financial strategies that are built to protect, preserve, and grow real wealth.
That's why Alfie's created a guide specifically for high net worth savers. It's called Smart Strategies for Large IRAs, and it's part of his exclusive Financial Freedom Strategies collection.
You know that a misstep with a large IRA can trigger unnecessary taxes, missed opportunities, or unintended consequences. So this guide walks you through some of the most overlooked issues like tax-smart withdrawals, RMDs or required minimum distributions, and how your IRA fits into your estate plan.
If you've been disciplined about building your nest egg, this guide shows you how to be just as strategic when it's time to spend it or pass it on. And the best part, there's no cost. It's one of the most requested resources from Alfie's private clients.
So whether retirement is right around the corner or you're approaching age 73, the decisions you make now will shape the rest of your financial life.
Just call or text the word FREEDOM to 239-747-1080, and we'll send you a secure link to download the Large IRA Strategies Guide, plus 12 other high-value planning tools.
Once again, that's 239-747-1080. Just call or text FREEDOM. It is fast, it's free, and it might help you avoid costly mistakes with one of your largest assets.
One thing about being in the financial business for over 40 years, we get a lot of questions all the time, and especially us because we have a TV and radio show. So we're going to take some of these questions that are asked frequently. That means that you are wanting to know the answers and you're going to get them today.
Alfie, can you explain what people mean when they talk about the go-go, slow-go, and no-go years?
That's a great analogy of retirement. You know, when you're in your 60s, a lot of times that's when you're going to spend the most money on traveling. That's when you feel the best. And a lot of people don't do that. They wait till later on. But those are your go-go years, is when you're in your 60s, you want to travel, you want to do the things. So you have the money set aside. You're probably going to spend a little bit more money during those years. Then you have your slow-go years, which are, you might be in your 70s, early 80s, and those are the years that you're going to slow down. You're going to still travel, but maybe not as much. Now, I will say we do have clients that are traveling well in their 80s. But typically that's what that is. And the slow-go years and the no-go years are really 80 and over, where you just want to stay at home and you don't want to really travel too much. So you won't need as much money during those times for travel, but you will need it for changes to home health care maybe at that point. But that's a whole different story. But that's your go-go, your slow-go, and your no-go years.
I'm not stingy, Alfie, but I really don't want to pay any more taxes on my Social Security than I absolutely have to. Are there any strategies that can help me here?
The good thing is taxes are going to be reduced now with Social Security, with the new big beautiful tax bill. So that's going to help you possibly. The other way is we want to reduce income. So if you're not needing the income, we can get you some tax-free or tax-deferred growth where you don't have to claim it on your taxes each and every year. The best thing to do is come in and we'll look at everything and see if we can help you with your situation.
Alfie, I listen to your radio show religiously, and I heard you talking about tax diversification. What does that mean?
Tax diversification is very important. You don't want everything taxed as ordinary income. Ordinary income is really your worst taxes you can have. You have ordinary income. Your best tax would be really tax-free, and that's if you have Roth IRAs, you have some investments that kick off tax-free. So taxes are very important. When you consider investment, you want to look at what is it going to affect? How's it going to affect my taxes? And so you might want some things that are tax deferred. You might want things that you don't have to pay any tax on it because it's really called long-term cap gains. And long-term cap gains, if you're not needing that money, that passes on to your heirs 100% tax-free in most cases.
Want insight and direction? Get a sense of what working with Alfie's dedicated team feels like. Schedule your private 15-minute call. Text 15 to 239-747-1080.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Do you want to live your best retirement? Well, of course you do. The more relevant question is, are you really prepared to do that? Well, certified financial planner professional Alfie Townshend's latest book, Making Waves in Retirement, breaks down the insights he's gained in his 4 decades plus helping people just like you plan for retirement. It features real stories about real people, illustrating what they've done wrong and what they've done right. Inside, you'll find strategies to help retirees and those soon to be retired make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Whether it's battling inflation, navigating market volatility, or managing the threat of recession, these strategies may help you too. In fact, this book is essential for anybody who wants to retire with confidence. And you can have a free copy right now. Just be one of the first 5 people to text BOOK to 239-747-1080. Don't wait to get this incredible resource. Take control of your retirement today. Text BOOK to 239-747-1080 right now and get your free copy of Making Waves in Retirement.
Welcome to another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson with Alfie Townshend, our founder and president. Alfie, we've talked a lot about income planning, and one of the mistakes that we see people coming in and doing is just withdrawing 4%, and that's pretty much an old rule. What do you have to say about that?
That is an old rule, the 4% rule everybody knows about. They heard about it, where really you just take out 4% of your portfolio and it should work. That's what they're hoping for. But interest rates were a lot higher back when that rule was in place. So right now interest rates are on the downturn. They are going down. So, you're taking out of a portfolio typically. And we had a client not too long ago came in and they were telling us they were doing the 4%, taking out 4% of their portfolio. Their advisor was sending it to them. But the problem was we had volatility, earlier in the year. And with volatility, that 4% rule you either have to take out more money than 4% to make it up, or you have to, as you're taking it out, your income's going to go down if you're just sticking with 4%. So we did a little bit different, quite a bit different. We have advanced income planning here at the Advanced Retirement Group, and what we want to do is really set up things that the markets aren't going to affect. So even if the markets are going up, they're going down, you're going to have a certain dollar amount each and every month. And we usually can give 2 to 3 times that 4% rule. And that's a big difference. When we're able to give that kind of income, what it allows us to do is increase their income for the same dollar amount. So for the same dollar amount, we can increase the income. And then what we're able to do is take that extra money, because they're getting income on something that's going to be quite a bit more interest, and then we can invest it. Because if you think about it, inflation has been relatively bad since really COVID. Right. It all started with COVID, and anytime prices go up, it seems like they stay up.
Right.
If a government gives you something, and it's only supposed to be temporary, and you try to take that back, what happens? Everybody goes, ballistic about it. So they tend to just leave it. And it's the same thing with inflation. It seems like inflation is sticky right now, and you have to have a great income plan, and you also have to have a portfolio that allows to fight inflation.
That's so true. That's great, Alfie. And when somebody is just taking the 4% off every month, every year, but monthly taking income. It out, really what they're doing, and I've heard you refer to it as the reverse dollar cost averaging. Yeah. So especially that comes into play if it's a down market. If it's a down market, they're taking out the same dollar amount, and there's less money in there. So what we want to do is really have a bucket of money set aside that we're able to give 2 to 3 times the really interest of that 4%, and that allows us to take the other money and invest it, and that's how you have a plan. And I would say, as a certified financial planner professional, I think what we do best is with our portfolio management, with the managers that we use, but the income planning lacks. I see that lacking
in our profession and they just take out certain dollar amount out of a portfolio, but we have a specific plan where to take the money from, and it's not going to be affected when that market is going up and down. So it's very important to have someone that understands income and income planning to allow your portfolios to grow.
Excellent. You and your team do a fantastic job with that, Alfie.
Thank you. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, if you would like to take advantage of what Alfie and the team here at Advantage Retirement Group can offer you, which is a strategic income plan, more sophisticated than what you're probably getting right now, go ahead and give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
You have done the heavy lifting, saving $500,000 or more, but as you know, managing a substantial nest egg comes with its own unique challenges. Unexpected taxes, market volatility, and ensuring that your legacy lasts. Well, Alfie and his team understand the complexities of the $500,000 plus portfolio, and that's why we are offering a complimentary, ultra-focused 15-minute retirement checkup call for serious savers. This is not for beginners. This is a rapid-fire review, and it's focused on advanced strategies. For example, minimizing the tax hit on your hard-earned savings, stress testing your income plan against today's inflation, making sure that your portfolio structure is truly built for preservation and growth. Your wealth deserves 15 minutes of an expert's time. So to secure your exclusive checkup call or text the number 15 to 239-747-1080 right now.
So when it comes to retirement, there's more to do than just planning for the income, planning for legacy, planning to pass that money on in taxes. A lot of our clients have been talking about travel. So I said, you know what, we're going to do something about that. So we have an alliance with one of the top travel concierges in the country, and he did a beautiful event for us. It was a few weeks ago. And what he did was he brought 14 of his vendors. Now, these are the top vendors, Four Seasons, the hotel, but they have ship style. So they brought them, Silver Seas, they had Discovery, they had all these different travel trips that you can do. And they had these vendors talk about it. And we were there from 4 o'clock to 7:30, and they wanted to just keep going, our clients, because they were engaged so much. We had well over 100 clients there, and then we had food for them. We had, wine and cheese, and the conversations, it was the best one we've ever had. And they were so engaged in wanting to travel. And our job, I feel, as a certified financial planner professional, is to have it where our clients know that their money situation is going to be just fine. And that's the key. They know their money situation is going to be just fine, and they can take these trips. The worst thing is to have someone come in and they're up in age and they say, I didn't realize I was going to have all this money, and if I had something like this, Alfie, I would have done a lot more traveling than what I did, because I just kept my money because they had the scarcity mode. We don't want that scarcity mode here. Our clients have the abundant mode. They have the abundance of wanting to take care of their family, take care of themselves, but spend some of their money. Spend with confidence. When you're spending with confidence, that's a good feeling, and you have trips to look forward to. So what our alliance with Jeff, what he does for our clients, and he puts these amazing trips together for our clients. He will do, if it's just a husband and wife, a single, or if it's with a group, he puts these trips together and he makes it magical. Our clients come back and will tell us the trip that he put together, that Jeff put together, was so amazing. Our family had the best time. There might have been 20 people there. So if you are interested in traveling, and if you're interested in not just investing your money and having it work for you, but having just an overall portfolio, overall experience of travel, portfolio, estate planning, and all that. That's what we do here at the Advanced Retirement Group, and we would love to put that together for you. Give us a call.
Don't wait for a full meeting to make progress. Alfie and his team are offering a 15-minute call to find out what's possible. Take action now. Text 15 to 239-747-1080.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Maybe you remember the old TV commercial, "Pay me now or pay me later." Consider this. We're actually in the lowest tax bracket in the last 30 years. But these rates may not last for long, and where they may be headed could put a dent in your retirement. But there are things to do right now to reduce your future taxes and make informed decisions about your retirement. Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a great free resource. Just go to savingtheinvestor.com and you can generate a quick report that can help you evaluate your potential tax bill in retirement. And it takes less than 1 minute. If what you learn surprises you, it's time to talk to Alfie. There may be ways that he can help you so that you can keep more of your hard-earned dollars in your pocket. Paying your fair share is one thing, but who wants to pay a penny more? Protect your financial future. Find out if your retirement tax bill could be too big by visiting savingtheinvestor.com or using the QR code on your screen.
It is time now for Knowledge is Power. People are living longer than ever, and they want to spend their last years not in a nursing home, but in their actual homes. So we're going to talk right now about long-term care alternatives. Alfie.
Yeah, that's a really good question. You talk about long-term care. That's how I started in 1983. It was from long-term care, and majority of the time, they couldn't even get approved on the policies. And then they had rate increases, and it just gave really the industry a bad name. So no one really kept their long-term care insurance. So the insurance companies decided to do something different. And I'm going to have David talk a little bit about some of the options that we do right now for our clients for long-term care.
Well, a couple options, because like Alfie said, long-term care is exorbitant in price, but one of them would be a fixed index annuity that has income benefits. Okay, so really how it works, you can put non-IRA money, but you can also do IRA money inside of it, and it will pay at a certain time a lifetime guaranteed income for as long as you, and if you're married, if you have a spouse, it can cover their life as well. And the nice thing about it is, you can be at home where if you're unable to do 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, I'm talking eating, bathing, dressing, toileting, transferring, continence, any 2 out of those 6, then your doctor, this is the nice thing is your doctor is their doctor. So they would sign a form just certifying that you, the client, are unable to do these 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. And if you're getting $20,000 a year, that doubles to $40,000 a year, and that's for up to 5 years. So that's the nice thing about it. You don't want to be in a facility. You don't want to have to bother, family members or whatever it may be. But this would double to really help you pay for those elevated healthcare costs.
So people that have large IRAs, they could put a few $100,000, something like this, and really have about $100,000 to $120,000 a year for home health care, long-term care, not just for themselves, but for their spouse. So it's not the spouse's IRA. It could be your IRA, and your wife, gets a benefit if she's the one that has to use it. So those are things that I feel are big changes in this industry. And the biggest change is there's not an application that you have to ask health questions on. I feel that that's going to change pretty soon. So if you could literally qualify for long-term care right now and get into this, and there's a 2-year wait, that's it. So this is something that people should take advantage of. If they wanted long-term care and never really pursued it because of their health, or they thought it was outrageous, this is just an added benefit. That's what the insurance companies did. They just added this on. You're getting long-term, you're getting home health care, but you're getting lifetime income. You're getting income replacement for the rest of both the spouse's life. Or like you said, David, a lot of people come in that are single, widowed or divorced, and they care about home health care more than someone that's married, I would say.
Absolutely, because they might not have that spouse that's available to take care of them. For example, and their kids might live, one's in California, one's in Texas, they're all over.
Yeah.
And to have that in place is super important. And, if you are married, the nice thing about it, there are some companies out there, some, not all, but some even allow you to stop and start it. So you can, if you have an injury or illness that you're going to be out of commission for maybe a year, right? You can activate it and use it for a year, the doubling, and then you still have 4 years of eligibility remaining, where if your spouse then had an issue, down the road that they needed to activate it, you can stop and start it. So that's a huge feature that not a lot of companies have.
Yeah, no, that's
only
big.
a few.
That's
Only a
big.
few.
So, yeah, if you're thinking about long-term care as the back of your mind, this is an alternative, and you can fund it with IRA money or non-IRA.
I think it's safe to assume that most of the people watching, and perhaps present company included, have been touched by someone who spent their last years in a nursing home, and it's often not a very pretty picture. So
that's right.
Thank you both. If you'd like some more information on long-term care alternatives, give us a call here at the Advantage Retirement Group.
Need quick financial clarity? Alfie can help you identify what's working and what's holding you back in just 15 minutes. No pressure, just insights. Text 15 to 239-747-1080.
Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Saving the Investor. But creating a secure financial future for yourself and your loved ones is an ongoing journey. I know it's important to you, and that's why I'm asking you to call the number on your screen right now. If you're one of the first 7 people to reach us, you'll receive a complimentary consultation with Alfie, where he will use the insights he has gained in his 40-plus year career to review your financial plan. Today's world seems more uncertain and volatile than any time that I can remember, and your financial future is too important to leave to chance. Whether you're navigating market uncertainties, planning for retirement, or securing your family's legacy, now is the time to take action. Be one of the first 7 to call 239-747-1080 and schedule your complimentary consultation with Alfie. Take that first step now. You've got nothing to lose and quite possibly much to gain. Thanks for joining us today on Saving the Investor. We look forward to seeing you next time.
At Bentley Naples, luxury isn't just what we offer, it's who we are. When you command a Bentley with bespoke Mulliner craftsmanship, you're not just driving, you're making a statement. It's iconic, unmistakable, and one of one, just like us. Bentley Naples has won the Dealer of the Year award every year from 2019 to 2024, cementing our status as the top Bentley dealer in the nation. They say perfection doesn't exist, but at Bentley Naples, we disagree.
Bentley Naples, where you can experience luxury in its perfect form.